vamos a repasar los reflexivos. Vamos a repasar los reflexivos, los verbos reflexivos con las frases de asociación. Yeah, today we're working on reflexive verbs. Whoa. Okay. Estamos trabajando en los verbos reflexivos y las frases de asociación. So primero, first thing first, reflexive verbs. I didn't even know what this meant in English. What is a reflexive verb? What is a reflexive verb? Does anybody know? Do we know? Come on, guys, that's an English word, reflexive verb. What does it mean? You guys speak English. ¿Qué pasa? Dime.
Oh, it's something you do yourself.
It is something. It's something that you do to yourself, okay? All of our reflexive verbs end in what?
Say.
Say. Every single one of these is going to end in say. That kind of helps indicate to you that it's a reflexive verb. Okay? Do reflexive verbs always have to be reflexive?
No.
Think about it. Have you seen any of these verbs before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay? When you lava los platos, what are los platos?
Dishes.
Dishes or plates, right? When you lavar los platos, yo lavo los platos. Is that a reflexive action?
No.
No. But when I me lavo el pelo, yo me lavo el pelo, I wash what? My hair. And this is an action I'm doing to myself. I'm doing the action and I am also receiving the action. Yes? Okay? So we have repite todos. Peinarse.
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 El pelo.
El pelo.
Peinarse el pelo.
Peinarse el pelo.
Repite, peinarse el pelo.
Peinarse el
Okay,
pelo.
for right now, we're not ever going to brush our hair. We're going to comb our hair. So muéstrame, show me. Peinarse el pelo.
Peinarse el pelo.
Peinarse el pelo.
Peinarse
We
el
comb
pelo.
our hair. Now, repite, cepillarse los dientes.
Cepillarse los dientes.
So, cepillarse, repite, cepillarse
Cepillarse
los dientes.
los dientes.
Los dientes.
Los dientes.
Con la pasta
Con la pasta
dentífrica.
dentífrica.
Acento sobre la
I.
I. Okay, con la pasta dentífrica. ¿Qué significa? With toothpaste. Muy bien. Okay, so we are going to cepillarse los dientes. Just for the purposes of this chapter. Could you technically brush your hair? Yeah. But for the purposes of this chapter, we're going to cepillarse los dientes and peinarse el pelo. Bien?
Sí.
See? Remember, P and P, and then C, D. A, B, C, D, C, D. Cepillarse los dientes. Peinarse el pelo. I'm going to steal that pin and throw it down the hall. I seriously will. Repite, desayunarse.
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 ¿Qué significa desayunar?
To eat breakfast.
To eat breakfast. What do you think desayunarse then? Is to feed oneself your breakfast, right? Okay. ¿Cómo se dice breakfast? The noun, the sustantivo. Desayuno. Muy bien. So we have repite. El desayuno.
El desayuno.
Desayunarse.
Desayunarse.
To feed oneself breakfast. And we are going to repite. Desayunarse.
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 Los huevos verdes con jamón.
Los verdes con jamón.
Los huevos verdes.
Los huevos verdes
Con jamón.
con jamón.
¿Qué significa huevos verdes? Green eggs and
Ham.
Green eggs and ham. Muy bien. Make sure you say, repite, jamón.
Jamón.
¿Qué significa jabón?
Soap.
Soap. Don't eat green eggs and soap. That'd be gross. Okay? We have, repite, lavarse.
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 ¿Qué significa lavar?
To wash.
To wash. Lavarse then is to wash oneself.
Self.
To wash, and this should say oneself, but I got tired of writing that. To wash oneself. Okay, now we have repite, lavarse la cara.
Lavarse la cara.
Muéstrame, lavarse la cara.
Lavarse la cara.
Lavarse las manos.
Lavarse las manos.
Lavarse las manos.
Lavarse las manos.
Remember, that's an irregular.
Lavarse la cara.
Lavarse la cara. Repite, lavarse la cara.
Lavarse la cara.
What's this one?
Desayunarse.
Desayunarse, what?
Los
Los huevos verdes con jamón. Jamón, muy bien. How about this one?
Cepillarse.
Peinarse el pelo.
El pelo. My bad.
Cepillarse.
Cepillarse.
Cepillarse los dientes. Your quiz on Friday are the verbs and the phrases of association. So right now, this is our cram session. We're learning this, and we're going to just cram it into our little brains, okay? Here we go. We have repite, mirarse.
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 En el espejo.
En el espejo.
¿Qué significa mirarse en el espejo? To look at oneself in the espejo. What's an espejo?
Mirror.
A mirror. In a mirror. Okay, mirarse en el espejo. When I tell you guys, hey chicos, mira, mira.
Okay.
Watch me.
Okay, look. Is that a reflexive action?
No.
No, I'm telling you to look at what? At the teacher, yes? Or look at me, or whatever. When you watch the game, mirar el partido, is that reflexive?
No.
No.
You're not watching yourself watch the game. That's extra weird, okay? But mirarse then is to look at oneself. Bien?
Sí.
¿Estamos bien? Dime,
Then the quiz is tomorrow on all this?
is tomorrow Friday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It is. Bummer to be gone, huh? We're going to practice today. So, repite. Levantarse.
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 Sentarse.
Sentarse.
Levantarse.
Levantarse.
Sentarse.
Sentarse.
You don't need to move the iPad. Levantarse.
Levantarse.
Sentarse.
Sentarse.
So we levantarse.
Levantarse.
Repite. Levantarse.
Levantarse.
A las 6.
A las 6.
We get up at what time?
6.
6. We get up at 6 o'clock. And then we repite. Sentarse.
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 Sentarse is to sit down. Repite. En la silla.
En la silla.
What does en la silla mean?
In the chair.
In the chair. Muy bien. Okay, we have repite. Despertarse.
Despertarse.
Notice I have this one starred. Why?
E
to IE stem changer in every single form for the present tense except what? It's been a while since we've done stem changers. Nosotros and vosotros never stem change in the present tense. Okay? So we have repite despertarse.
Despertarse.
Al sonido
Al sonido
del
del
despertador.
despertador.
Beep, 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 beep. ¿Qué significa el despertador?
Alarm.
Alarm clock, right? Repite. Al sonido.
Al sonido
To the sound del
of the
of the despertador, of the
Alarm
alarm clock, yes? So this is going to be, repite, despertarse.
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 You know when something wakes you up and you're like deer in the headlights, you're like, wow! Yes? ¿Qué es la diferencia entre despertarse y levantarse? ¿Qué es la diferencia? Dime.
Despertarse is to wake up compared to levantarse when you get up.
You actually physically get up. Half the time we wake up at 5, but we don't actually manage to drag ourselves out of bed till 6:15. Yeah? ¿Sí? ¿Todo bien? Okay, we have, repite, sentirse.
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 Okay, sentirse is to feel, like how you're feeling. And it's not so as much with emotions. This is going to be more physical states. Okay, how you're feeling. So we have, repite, me siento bien.
Me siento bien.
Me siento mal.
Me siento mal.
I feel well and I feel
Bad.
bad. Me siento bien, me siento mal. How about me siento mejor?
Better.
Mejor is better. So like when you are sick, a lot of the times you don't go from sick and then you're like, woo, I'm ready to go. Yes? You're like, well, I'm not barfing today. It's a little bit better. See? Repite, me siento mejor.
Me siento mejor.
Mejor. Okay, and this is a fun word, so that's why we're using it. Repite, now.
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 Sea.
Sea.
Bundo.
Bundo.
Nauseabundo.
Nauseabundo.
Sentirse.
Sentirse.
Nauseabundo.
Nauseabundo.
What is nauseabundo?
Nauseous.
Nauseous. Okay? Nauseabundo. We have, repite, sentarse.
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 En la silla.
En la silla.
Sentarse en la silla.
En la silla.
Okay, we're going to mix up these two. It happens every single year. Okay? So, semi-appropriate reminder. You sentarse on your arse. Okay, you sentarse on your arse. Okay? We'll just pretend we're in Ireland and it's not that bad of a word in Ireland. Okay? So, sentarse.
Sentarse.
Okay? We have, repite, vestirse.
Vestirse.
Vestirse. ¿Qué
Vestirse.
significa vestido?
Dress.
Dress. Vestido is dress. Vestirse then is to dress oneself. Vestirse then is to dress oneself, okay? And we're going to vestirse. Our phrase of association will be, repite, en punto blanco.
En punto blanco.
En punto blanco.
En punto
This
blanco.
does not translate at all word for word. This is an idiomatic phrase. What is vestirse en punto blanco? Vestirse en punto blanco. To dress sharp, looking sharp, dress to impress, dress to the nines, any of those. We have idiomatic phrases in English too, because you look sharp. You look point and sharpie. That you don't. That doesn't make sense either. But it has a different context, right? Connotation. So we have, repite, vestirse
Vestirse.
en punto blanco.
En punto blanco.
Vestirse en punto blanco.
Vestirse en punto blanco.
Muy bien. Yarbo, you don't have to move back and forth
Oh.
too much. It's okay. Repite, quitarse.
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 La ropa.
La ropa.
Antes de
Antes de
ducharse.
ducharse.
¿Qué significa ducharse? To shower oneself, right? So you have to quitarse la ropa. You have to quit your clothes from your body. You quit them from your body. AKA, you undress, yeah? Take off your clothes. Can you use the verb tomar when you try to say take off your clothes?
No.
No, it does not work at all. Okay, it's repite, quitarse.
Quitarse.
La ropa
La ropa.
antes de ducharse.
Antes de ducharse.
Okay, today we're going to be looking at, what is antes de?
Before.
Antes de is before. Okay, antes de is before. We have antes de, and como se dice after? Does anyone know?
Dispute.
Yeah. Repite, después de.
Después de.
Después de.
Después de.
These two are always going to be followed by an infinitive. That is the really nice thing about using these, is you don't have to remember to conjugate them. I kind of always like that. Okay? I like infinitive constructions, because then I didn't have to learn to conjugate those sentences. But that's just a little cheater point for you. Antes de and después de will always be followed by what?
Infinitive.
Infinitivo, just like in our example. Quitarse la ropa antes de ducharse. Okay, before showering yourself. Okay, and then we have repite, afeitarse.
Afeitarse.
What is afeitarse?
To shave.
To shave oneself, right? And we have, repite, con un rastrillo.
Con un rastrillo.
What is un rastrillo?
A razor.
With a razor, con un rastrillo.
Con un
Con un rastrillo. Con un rastrillo is with a razor. What's another synonym for razor? That we had on our list. It's from the book. Con una navaja. Okay. Or we have con la crema de afeitar. What is la crema de afeitar? Shaving cream, with shaving cream, right? Okay, all right, let's see it. Are you ready? ¿Estamos listos? Try to do it without the board if you can. If not, that's okay. All right, we have, repite, levantarse.
levantarse.
A las 6.
A las 6. Levantarse. A las 6. Sentarse.
En la,
Silla.
sentarse en la silla. ¿Verdad? How about,
Penarse.
repite, peinarse el pelo.
Penarse el pelo. Cepillarse.
Cepillarse los dientes. Sentirse, and the really weird word. Repite, nauseabundo.
Nauseabundo.
Okay, muéstrame, show me your nauseous. Nauseabundo.
Nauseabundo.
Repite, sentirse.
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 Nauseabundo.
Nauseabundo.
And what was this one? Sentarse en la silla. Muy bien. How about this one? Desayunarse what? Los huevos.
verdes. Con
Repite, los huevos verdes.
Los huevos verdes.
Con jamón.
Con jamón.
Muy bien. How about this one? You mirarse en el what? En el espejo. Repite, mirarse. This is going to be our señal. Show me, muéstrame. Mirarse.
Mirarse.
En el espejo.
En el espejo.
Mirarse.
Mirarse.
En el.
En el espejo.
How about this one? What signal was this one? Vestirse. Repite, vestirse.
Vestirse.
En punto blanco.
En punto blanco. Mirarse.
En el espejo.
Vestirse. En punto blanco.
Muy bien, repite, vestirse en punto blanco.
Vestirse en punto blanco.
Mirarse en el espejo.
Mirarse en el espejo.
Desayunarse los huevos verdes con jamón. No tan mal, no tan mal. Repite, sentirse.
Sentirse.
Nauseabundo.
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 Sentirse mal.
Sentirse mal.
Sentirse bien.
Sentirse bien.
Muy bien.
Desperarse.
Really close.
Despertarse.
Despertarse. Repite, show me, muéstrame. Despertarse.
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 Al sonido del despertador.
Sonido del despertador.
Muy bien. And remember, Trey's clue, you feel a great sense of despair whenever you wake up. As soon as you wake up, you feel despair. You're like, oh man, it's time to get up. Yes? Una más. Oh, how about this one?
Afeitarse.
Afeitarse con qué?
Con un rastrillo.
Con un rastrillo. Con un rastrillo. Okay. What was this one?
Vestirse.
Vestirse en punto blanco. Sam, what is this one? Okay, let's look on the board. Go ahead. Vestirse. Good woman. Muy bien. Vestirse en punto blanco. ¿Qué es el opuesto? What is the opuesto of vestirse?
Quitarse.
Quitarse. Repite todos. Quitarse.
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 La ropa
La ropa
antes de ducharse.
antes de ducharse.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Any preguntas over the first section here?
No.
Okay. We did miss this one. Repite. What is this one?
Lavarse.
Lavarse what?
Las
Las
manos.
manos. Las manos. How about this one?
Lavarse la cara.
Lavarse la cara. Now notice over here we have lavarse la cara y las manos in el lavabo. What do you think in el lavabo is? In the sink. So check this out, you guys. From this one verb, we have lavar. What is lavar?
To wash.
To wash. We have lavarse is to wash oneself. What's a lavabo? A sink. And what do you think a lavadora is?
A washer.
Washer.
Washer. A lavadora is a washer. Yeah? So there's lots of root words in Spanish where you can derive other words from the main root. That didn't make a lot of sense. On we go. Okay, we have repite, dormirse.
Dormirse.
Yeah, bro, if you want to come over here so you can get a more direct thing, you can. Don't stop it, though.
Okay.
You won't. Did you stop it?
No.
Oh, good. Okay, you can't pause on iPads. Repite, dormirse.
Dormirse.
Dormirse. ¿Qué
Dormirse.
significa dormirse?
To
To fall asleep. To fall asleep. And why does it start?
Because it's a stem changer.
A stem changer from O to
UE.
UE. And we have repite, dormirse
Dormirse.
en la cama.
En la
What
cama.
is la cama? ¿Qué significa?
En
In the bed. Repite, dormirse.
Dormirse.
Dormirse en la cara. I almost said en la cara. En la cama.
En la cama.
Dormirse en la cama. Okay, this is a new one. Después de ducharse. Después de ducharse. After doing what? Showering. Tienes que secarse con una toalla. Secarse con una toalla. What is secarse? To dry oneself off. When I say, oh, por favor, seca, ¿puedes secar los platos? Could you dry the dishes? Is it reflexive?
No.
When you dry off the dog after you give him a bath, is it reflexive?
No.
No. So secarse is to dry oneself off. And repite, con la
Con la
toalla.
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 This is a weird one. Toalla.
Toalla.
¿En qué significa toalla?
Towel.
What do
Towel.
you dry off with? A towel, right? Okay, repite, secarse con la toalla.
Secarse con la toalla.
Gracias, Eden. Yarbrough, you can sit down if you want. We have repite, ponerse.
Ponerse.
Más en adjetivo or en emoción. Ponerse más en emoción. Okay, this one, we don't have a phrase of association. You don't have to memorize a phrase of association. You just need to know what this construction means. When I tell you, yo me pongo muy nerviosa cuando tomo los exámenes. Yo me pongo muy nerviosa cuando tomo los exámenes. What does it mean?
You're really nervous when you take tests or exams.
I get really nervous. I become really nervous when I take exams. Okay? Yo me pongo muy frustrada cuando los estudiantes no me escuchan. Woo! DOP! Are you ready? Otra vez, here it comes. Listen for the DOP. Yo me pongo muy frustrada cuando los estudiantes no me escuchan. When they don't listen to who?
To me.
To me.
I get frustrated.
Yeah, I get frustrated. I feel frustrated. It makes me frustrated. However you want to translate that. It's like when an emotion comes on, though. Yeah, versus just saying, oh, I feel frustrated. Is there a point in time when you can you say I feel frustrated at 6:52? No. But here with ponerse plus an adjective, it is a little bit more definite in a time because you're giving like a circumstance usually around it. When I got in a wreck, me puse muy enfadada. It made me really mad. And I went from la 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 cantando en el carro to super enfadada. Yeah? Do you see the difference a little bit? Okay. We have repite acostarse.
Acostarse.
Again, it's starred because it's an O2. Lui. Repite acostarse.
Acostarse.
Muy temprano.
Muy temprano.
Muy tarde.
Muy tarde.
Temprano
Temprano.
and tarde.
Tarde.
Temprano and tarde are opuestos. What's temprano? Early and tarde is?
Late.
Acostarse is to get ready for bed. Okay, and our remember for this one is it doesn't cost you anything to get ready for bed. And I don't know why, that's our remember. If it doesn't help you, then that's okay. But anyone else have a different one? No? Do you have a pregunta? Dime.
Could we go like dormirse muy temprano or muy tarde? So like we fall asleep late.
Yo me dormí muy tarde. It's a little bit better to say me acosté, or maybe not better, but I think more common a little bit to say me acosté muy tarde. I went to bed really late. Because we do the same thing in English. I went to bed, meaning you got ready for bed. Because you don't know what time you fell asleep. Do you know what I mean? Okay. We have, you ever remember?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
You get ready for bed when the stars are out.
Oh, yeah, that's way better than cost. Yeah, you get ready for bed when the stars come out. Yeah. What about like when you're a little kid? I always used to feel so tortured by my parents. You know in the summertime and it's still light out and they're making you go to bed?
Yes.
Well, I had no concept of the fact that it was 9:30 and still light. But yes, I was like, it's not dark out. It's not bedtime. Right? Okay, that's perfect. You get ready for bed when the stars come out. That is way better than mine. Muy bien. Okay, we have repite, maquillarse.
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 Para la cita.
Para la cita.
You put on makeup for your date.
Date.
Well, how about for the concert? Para el
Concierto.
concierto. Muy bien, para el concierto. Or it could be repite, con maquillaje.
Maquillaje.
This one is start. O2.
Lui.
Acordarse is to remember. This one doesn't have a phrase of association, and you don't have to have this one memorized for tomorrow. Okay? These are just ones you need to add to your notes, and we're going to start working on. Okay? This one is, though, my favorite word. Repite, bañarse.
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 En la bañera.
En la
¿Qué
bañera.
significa la bañera?
The bathtub.
Bathtub con burbujas.
Con burbujas.
What are burbujas?
Bubbles.
So you bañarse con
Burbujas.
burbujas. You secarse con una toalla. Muy bien, con una toalla. You despertarse con qué? What wakes you up? El despertador. El despertador. You afeitarse con qué? With un rastrillo. Gage. ¿Con qué afeitas? ¿Con qué te afeitas? Or te afeitas? ¿Con qué te afeitas? With what do you shave? Con un rastrillo. Muy bien, así. Muy bien. Okay, now we're going to play a juego. We are going to be playing a game today. And there's a few verbs that we haven't seen before. Again, these ones right here, you don't have to conjugate for your homework tonight, okay? And you just need to be aware of their definitions for right now, because this is plenty right here without that, okay? So we have repite, irse.
Irse.
¿Qué significa ir?
To
To
go.
go. Ir is to go somewhere. Irse is like leaving from a place, okay? I'm at, I don't know, I'm at the game, and I say, okay, me voy. And first period came up with, I'm out. That's your like, I'm out. I'm leaving from here. Me voy. You're leaving from where you are at to somewhere else, okay? We have repite, llamarse.
Llamarse.
This is a reflexive verb that you learned in Spanish 1. You just didn't know it was reflexive. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Yo me llamo.
Yo me llamo, blah, blah, blah. ¿Cómo? Llamarse. What is llamar all by itself? Do you guys know? Yo voy a llamar la señora Sheldon. To call her. Am I calling myself? No, I'm calling her, right? Yo voy a llamar a la señora Sheldon. A phone call is una llamada. A call, okay? And llamarse is to call one's self. Like me llamo, te llamas, se llama. Yeah? We have, repite, darse cuenta de.
Darse cuenta de.
This expression doesn't translate word for word, and it means to realize. So we have repite, darse cuenta de.
Darse cuenta de.
Muy bien. Enojarse.
Enojarse.
¿Qué significa estoy enojada? I am mad, I'm angry, right? Enojarse then.
To make oneself
Make
angry.
oneself angry, to become angry. Yeah.
Probarse.
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 Okay. Spanglish? Have you seen Spanglish? Anybody? No, that's a national movie. She says, oh, pruébalo. Just try it. Probarse is to try something out. Probar is just by itself, is to test something out or to try it, right? How do you say test in our class? What do we say for test? Or a prueba or a pruebita is a little test, right? You're testing out your knowledge. Probar is to test or to try something. So what is probar? Try something on yourself, like la ropa. Right? To try something on. We have repite, quedarse.
Quedarse.
Quedarse is to stay or to remain, okay? Esta noche no quiero salir. No quiero salir. Me quedo en casa. Me quedo en casa. I'm going to remain myself. I'm going to keep myself. I'm going to stay myself at home. Yeah? We have repite, preocuparse. This is
Preocuparse.
the thing they would say to me all the time in Spain when I first moved there, okay? And I didn't understand anything that anyone was saying to me, and I was super frustrated. And they kept saying, no te preocupes. So repite, no te
No te
preocupes.
preocupes.